Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Guido Goes Off. As always, I thank you folks for watching. Um, I have two whiteboards sitting here full of stuff I've been meaning to talk about all week long. And trust me, I'm going to get to a good portion of it. But there's something that needs to be talked about that has jumped the line. And the reason it has jumped the line is because of its sheer stupidity. It's like a YouTube video of a nut shot. It's so stupid that it bears repeating. And so I'm going to go ahead and preface it. And before I get into it, and I warn you, the language probably isn't going to be for, polite society. NSFW. Because it once again involves that piece of human garbage. The one whose name on this show, I gave him a different name because I will not sully my tongue with his actual name. And of course you all know I am referring once again to El Gasbag. Because once again, this person opened his mouth and spewed more verbal diarrhea. And it's to the point where you wonder if there isn't a mental issue. Like, does this human being deserve, or does he need treatment? But before I get into what I think, I know you're all waiting for what I think. Let's go to the facts. A couple days ago, a paper in Mexico, I forget the name of it, I'm sorry, interviewed El Gasbag. In this interview, El Gasbag said that he would like to come back to WWE. Now, for the record, his contract with Impact Wrestling does end in spring. I want to say late March. And as you know, Impact Wrestling is doing everything they can to cut costs. And this human being's contract is one of their higher priced ones because he has a lifestyle to maintain. Plus, child support ain't cheap, and he got, it is funny watching him doing things with his wife and kids because, he's on a leash, a really short leash. But again, his contract is coming up, and we know Impact isn't going to renew it because of its cost. Also, his behavior, which we don't need to go into because we will be getting into it. In this article, he said that he would like to come back to work for WWE and that he apologized to Triple H for the things that he said in print, in interviews, in his Instagram, and in his Periscope, on Paige's Periscope, while the two of them were dating. All these mediums that he has used basically to slam Vince McMahon, slam Triple H, slam the people that worked for WWE, which did include, at the time, his girlfriend. Accusing them of everything from preferential treatment to racism to everything under the son. I think he blamed him for cancer at some point, but I could be wrong. Now, he has stated that he is looking to retire, I believe, in 2020. So, God, maybe a couple years left. At least that he wants to go. And now he's looking to get back to WWE. Now, it was mentioned in this interview, all these things he said, and all this behavior. To which he's blamed Paige. And blamed her family. He said Paige told him to say these things. That all this was her idea. That she was the one who said you should say these things about WWE. And so, once again, not only is he backtracking on the statements he made, and believe me, if I made those statements about any of my employers, I wouldn't have a job. I wouldn't expect to have a job. In his prospective employer, I wouldn't expect them to hire me. But now, he is once again trying to throw Paige under the bus, as if she doesn't have enough to deal with right now. If the rumors are to be believed, or if the reports around are to be believed, that what her big comeback is literally dead in the water. To do this, well, it's par for the course. Because this human being honestly thinks that people out there will believe this verbal diarrhea, these words coming out of his mouth, that he is sincerely sorry for these things, while in the process throwing his ex-girlfriend under the bus, just like he tried to do in the Orlando airport, planting cocaine in her bag. Especially when this woman had the opportunity to tell the truth. And she took the high road, and she said nothing. She said nothing about the truth. But yet, this human being is taking every opportunity to slander her, to spread lies about her, just to try to make himself look better. Because let's face facts, we all know there's one person El Gasbag loves in this world. It wasn't Paige. It's clearly not her family. It's clearly not his wife. I even doubt it's his children. The only person El Gasbag loves is El Gasbag. And let's face facts, Impact won't pay him anymore. So whenever his contract's up, he is gone. He burned the bridge with Lucha Underground. He burned the bridge with AAA. He burned the bridge with Ring of Honor. there are a small amount of independents and maybe some promotions in countries that I'm sure our president doesn't have a high opinion of. He is not looking to rebuild a relationships with any companies. He is not. No, he is looking for the payday. It's like Jim Ross used to say, like to buy him for what he's worth and sell him for what he thinks he's worth. Because let's face facts, more often than not, he has called in sick on independent bookings. On people that have spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars promoting him, saying, hey, you want to see this guy? He is at our event. And then, well, he's not going to be at our event because he's sick. Or just no-showing. And then when you do show up, let's face facts, for the last 5 years, you might as well be called El Verizon because all you've done is phone it in. And now here you are trying to get a job with WWE because you know they're the only place that would pay you what you think you're worth. Well, let me explain how, your chances of getting a job in WWE. WWE will rehire Vince Russo before they rehire El Gasbag. Chris Benoit will be in the Hall of Fame before El Gasbag is rehired by WWE. Hell, why not? Vince Russo will be in the WWE Hall of Fame before El Gasbag is rehired by WWE. This human being has a history of blaming everybody for his problems, and they are his problems. Whatever your 5-year plan is, it just became a 3-year plan because let's face facts. After what you said, threatening to kick everyone's ass, attacking wrestlers, attacking people at nightclubs, beating your ex-girlfriend, throwing everybody under the bus because you can't control your fucking mouth after you've had too much to drink. The problem is El Gasbag. And WWE has enough problems to deal with. Why on God's green earth would they rehire the smorgasbord of Ass Factory? That is El Gasbag. I don't even know what I just said there. I'm just spewing words right now. Because the thought that he can just say, oh, I apologize to Triple H, so everything's okay now, and I can come back to WWE. What the hell are you smoking or snorting or however you're getting it into your system? You should be sooner paid with those yen notes that fall down from the sky during Kazuchika Okada's entrance. Because they are worth more than El Gasbag. I don't know where else to go with this because I'm trying to keep my blood pressure low. But to El Gasbag, I will say this: may God go with you, because clearly no one else will. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of The Guido Goes Off, and believe me, it was an episode. So what are your thoughts on what El Gasbag was talking about? As always, let me know in the comments section below. You all know my Twitter by now. And, of course, as always, please like this video, share it with everyone you know. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. As always, we still have the goal, 100 subs by WrestleMania. We still got some time for that. So until next time, I'm the Guido, and I think we're done here.